Even there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 7v7 custom match here on the most amazing Roxas map generator on Viewer Wednesday, which means this replay was sent to me by one of you, so thank you so much. Their name is down in the description. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting off with Team 1 in the northwestern side of the map. We'll end with Team 2 on the southeastern side of the map, and somebody has nicely outlined the upper plateau. And we'll actually start with Team 1's upper plateau player. Speaking of which, we have in Barbie Pink, it is Dorset, playing as a UEF. He is a 1400. Moving on to the other elevation on the map, we have on the western edge, it is Ferv, the Billy Nuke ambassador himself in orange color orange as a UEF. He is a 1600. Moving on northward to the cluster of Team 1's players, we have in Light Oak Tan, it is Seal Force, playing as a Cybran. He is a 1600. In the middle here for Team 1, we have in Imperial Gray, it is Yoji playing as UEF. He is a 2100. In Rust to his east, we have the UEF of Rye Guys. He is a 1300. And then ending the cluster of comms for Team 1, we have in Glow in the Dark Green, it is Nomander playing as a Seraphim. He is a 2600. He is the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. And last but not least for Team 1, we have in Lighter Stripe Pink, it is the Aeon of Azuros. He is a 2300. So for Team 1 side of the map, we have 4 UEF, then we have 1 Cybran, 1 Aeon, and 1 Seraphim on the map. So lots of UEF, but at least one of each of the factions on Team 1 side of the map. Moving on to Team 2, we'll start with their upper plateau position as well. We have in Royal Blue, it is Kareem. He is a Seraphim. He is a 1600. Moving on to the other elevation on the map, we have in Chevy Crimson, it is the UEF of Chaos Spire. He is a 1700. Moving southward to the best color of all Supreme Commanderdom, it is the Forest Green player of Barhan, playing as a Seraphim as an 1800. Next door to him, we have in Tropical Ocean Blue is his Thurn Stanley, also playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1900. And in Stitch Blue to his west, we have the UEF of Sizalan. He is a 1600. Moving on to the last player in the cluster for Team 2, it is Hybrid. He's playing as a Cybran. He is in Amethyst Purple as a 2100. He is actually tied for the highest rated player on his team with the player to the west of him in Regal Purple, being Moi. He is a UEF. Again, he is a 2100 type with Hybrid. He is, again, a UEF in Regal Purple. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have 3 UEF. Then they have 1 Cybran with 0 Aeon and 3 Seraphim. So a little bit less UEF, but a lot more Seraphim, but no Aeon for Team 2, which means the only Aeon player in the game is Azuros for Team 1 in the north. Which also means that every faction is represented in the game, just not on each team. And for these 14 players on the map, I hopefully expect that number to be super, super big in the corner. Let's take a look at the reclaim situation. Currently sitting at 41,000 mass in reclaim. Not as high as I sometimes like to see in these crazy 7 per team player games. But yeah, that's not bad. It's about 3,000 mass per player. Yeah, not 3,000, it's about 2.7 or something like, and whatever the math works out in the math world and whatnot. But there's a lot of reclaimed in general, all dotted around the middle upper plateau, either below or on it. And there is a decent clumpages of a couple of thousand around the map. And in terms of extra mexes on the map for players to grab, there are 2 Trimex positions in the southwest, flanked by a couple of civilian structures. Same thing in the northeast as well. There also are a couple of Trimex positions on the upper plateau themselves, a couple of twins, and a couple of other Trimex positions all dotted around. So there is a need and a desire to get to the upper plateau, not just for that one player that is starting there, but also we see other players on both teams grabbing sets of mexes and reclaim up there. Looks like there's going to be, again, only 2 avenues on land for the main elevation players to attack each other. It's the northeast and the southwest. I would assume a lot of players are probably going to head down one of these avenues. I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe 1 or 2 players on each team maybe just one at least on the upper plateau in addition to the player that's already there for each team up on the upper plateau. But I feel like a lot of the combi-com action is just going to be happening in these corners for now. And then I would not expect this game to kind of transition into more longer range tech, just because it is pretty easy to just lock off and even just put kind of just layering defenses on the, you know, thin avenues. The middle of the map might be a different story, but at least in terms of the main land situation, be pretty easy to lock off. So we'll see what the players end up doing, but for now, we do see some upgrades started for both teams. Gun range is done for Azurus, going for speed now. We have gun started for Ferv. We have gun started for Chaos Spire for Team 2. We also have Team 1's Dorset in the middle of a couple of Seraphim facilities. A little surprised he's not trying to capture them, but hey, he's going to get the reclaim. There's a lot of reclaim to be had. He just wants a little bit extra, and it is pretty far forward, to be fair, so even if he did capture one of them, it wouldn't even really be worth it. Team 2's Thurnis Haley has transferred everything over to Hybrid. We could see an early departure from him. He's moving out of range, at least of his engine. Oh, nope, they've been transferred right back to him. Most of them, at least. Don't know what that's about. But the first combi-com action has occurred between Team 1's Dorset and Team 2's Kareem, fighting over that little bit of a reclaim here. Team 1's engineers are probably en route to scoop that up. There I see a couple of them actually retreating, so they were, you know, scooping up some of it. Is he full on mass? He's almost full on mass, so definitely needs to either share some of that or just spend more mass. And one way to solve your problems with a bunch of money you don't need or want, just spend it all. Chaos Spire getting shot at by Azuros. He's taking a lot of damage, dropping about 50%, close to that. He's almost at 1-star vet, though. Azuros has no veterancy. He's starting to progress a little bit in that way now. Gun start for Team 2's Kareem, and that's going to severely push back Dorset in the middle here. He's going for no upgrades. He's almost at 1-star, to be fair, but still definitely needs to watch out for that gun range and speed upgrade. We do see Seal Force going for his gun in his base, going for stealth right after that. With the speed that he's progressing, I would presume he's going to go for nano afterwards, just because why not? I mean, it's going super quick. He is having a T2 air facility online. There's the nano upgrade. T2 air and T3 air done for Team 1's Nomander. Team 2 T3 air is progressing for one player at least. We have T2 air also online here. So Team 1 has an advantage with Nomander having T3 air. We could see early bomber, which we hardly ever see, but it wouldn't be nice to see at least once in a while. And the southwestern side, not a lot of progression one way or the other. Looks like slightly in favor for Team 1, but very, very slightly in that realm. It does look like there is a tiny little land bridge so that units can go this way. Not probably the best engagement point. You want to probably post up either, obviously in terms of Team 2's eyes, before the juncture or after the juncture. Definitely not right here, just because, I don't know, you could try to gum up the works, but it's probably not worth it. You might as well shoot at the units trying to come through it rather than trying to just stopgap it kind of thing. Team 2 on the eastern side for Baham, going for his gun upgrade. Chaos does have his gun upgrade down. We do see a couple of blazes online for Azuros now. 10 minutes on the clock. Both teams progressing almost about the 500 mass per second. It's fluctuating back and forth, but it looks like it's favoring Team 2 just slightly. Probably power related. Oh, 600. That jumped severely quickly. Now it's down to 460. That's probably just reclaim related, to be honest. We do see Kareem and Dorset have traded some blows once again. Team 1 Seal Force is dropping off its comm somewhere. Oh. He's going to land right here. Again, he has stealth, so Team 2 is not aware that he's there. Chaos Spire is getting, what did I select? Yeah, overshot in the northeast by Azuros' comm. Nice little silent protecting him. Lots of blazes. Not known for their damage, but they are known for how fast they fire. And we see Hybrid is at 120, 110 mass a second. We have Azuros at over 100. And now we see Team 1 Seal Force is here, and Kareem is like, nope, see you apply. Not engaging that at any point. Engineers being dropped off to probably build some facilities, or just actually probably just go for a reclaim, to be honest. Really scale that eco as fast as you can. We do see Team 1 is progressing in the southwest here for Ferv against Moy. We do see Moy is at gun and nano, and Ferv is at gun and T2. The missile will soon be online if he stays alive long enough to build the Billy Nuke. Brahan coming in to try to shield Chaos Spire a little bit. We have no Nomander inbound. He has gun and T2, so it's gun, speed/range, and gun T2 versus gun and gun. So advantage slightly to Team 1 just because of the hit point count. Now we see in the middle of the map we have Dorset dropping into the yellow. A couple of interceptors not really helping anything from Team 2, but they are going to a little bit annoy the pathfinding. T2PD is online, but a little bit of a tiny smidgen of a hill. Not great, but it does able to fire straight that way, and Dorset's going to move westward to actually maybe try to get out of the annoying little arc that he has to deal with. No arc, I should say, but the in terms of the landmass hide on that western side, and he's fine. Nano repair started for Team 2's Thurnus. I don't know what the transfer of units was. It was probably a mistake because it was transferred over, he moved out of range, and he got the units back. So maybe just a, oh, maybe I had to go kind of thing. Or, oh, no, I'm good, never mind kind of thing. Probably. Or it could have been an accident, one or the other. T2 started for Chaos Bar to get some hit points back. Raz started for Hybrid already. Really trying to jumpstart that eco. We do have T3 Air not online for either of those other two players on Team 1 for Air. Team 2, T3 Air is done. T3 Air, of course, is already done for Hybrid. And no other T3 Air. Looks like that's T3 Land. So it's probably land all day for everybody else, but probably at least 3 Air players for each team. Looks like Thurnus is undecided what he's doing just yet. Oh, he has Regen, Nano, and Gun online. Looks like he's going to try to help his central teammate of Kareem. It looks like a little bit of some attacking from Yoji. He has the missile online, and he's going to be using that against, looks like Saizolan's forces, who's, again, focused on air right now. We do see the comm of Seal forces down here, and Baham is defeated by Azuros. Looks like they just kept walking forward, and Baham just finally got blitzed down by those two comms. The first kill of the game goes to Team 1, drops the game to a 7v6 in their favor. Kareem and Dorset continuing to just constantly trade blows, and now we have Thurnus in between Seal Force and Dorset. Not great for Dorset because he's already in the yellow, and Seal Force cannot get there soon enough because his transport has been knocked out. Not looking good. We do see Dorset is going to get some units to try to at least act as a nice little stopgap. The regional aura isn't really helping things for him. It doesn't apply to other commanders, so it's just for other units. Probably, does it apply to other units not owned by the player that has the regen? Oh, I think it does. Oh, it does. Look at that. So it's teammates' units as well, just not the comms, which, again, that makes sense. Because that'd be a little bit overpowered. A little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. But with the weakening of that eastern side, we do see that... Who got that base from Team 2? It looks like it went to... Oh, it went to Chaos Spire because that's his main base right there. I was like, wait, hold on. Where's his base? Oh, that's right there. And looks like Team 2's Thurnus was not able to catch Dorset napping. So that is unfortunate for him, but he did push back Team 1 nonetheless. So there is that to consider. Advanced range started for Azuros underneath some dual shielding and assistance from Nomander. Love to see that assistance online. The only Aeon sniper capable in the game. So might be able to use that range just a little bit more punishing because nobody can fight back at the same range, at least with the commanders at least. We do see Team 1's Seal Forces really running around the map. Looks like Transport's going to drop off a unit and then pick him up. Actually, it looks like no, they're just going to pick him up regardless. And they're going to drop him off down there, it looks like. Oh, where are you going? Where's the... Oh, he's like, come here, you annoying Transport. Stop running around. We do see Moy and Ferb starting to get into a little bit of blows. T3 Land is online. Some Percy's are online for Moy. T2PD being built to try to shoo away the comm. And Transport moving in from Team 2's Thurnus. Oh, is that going to be a Control K? Oh, it is, but it doesn't work. The comm was out of range. Oh, what? Says Seal Force. What? That the transport was pretty high up. Low the cliffs say them because the transport went up and then over that hill there or that mountain there, and it really gave some distance. Never seen that before. Well, it's because it was so far away. But Team 1 loses a player, and now it is a 6v6. Transport went high to avoid that. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Oh, that's unfortunate. It would have been a nice kind of murder-suicide. And then Team 1's Ferv gets ran over by Moy's, Percy's, and Calm. Oh, well, Team 1 loses a second player back-to-back there. Unfortunate there for Team 1 CO Force and death on the western side. We've had a kill on the western and eastern side for each team, and then a calm dead in the middle being CO Force. So now it is a 6v5. So Team 2 has flipped it into their favor. It was 7-6. Now it's 5-6. Have a couple of missile launchers, some nice little spearheads pushing in on the Team 1's turf to the north. Azuris does have the regular shield, transferred the speed upgrade to a intelligence gathering, so he does get a little bit more again vision on that side of the map. Not a full 20x20, but it is a nice little portion, and it pretty much covers everything that could maybe try to run by him. Percy's are inbound. Overcharge kills off that Percy. Nice grab by Nomander. Both these comms have to be careful. Like we just saw, Percy's can easily run amok and just storm through hit points. We do see that Team 1's Yoji is on the upper plateau with his comm. Missile inbound. Oh, it maybe hit the comm. It looks like it was close enough. Doesn't kill him off, though, even if it did hit him. Looks like that missile went wherever the heck the missile was going. Whee! Boy, some Corsairs are inbound and some Nathas as well, and they kill off Team 2's Thurnis. Drops the game to a 5v5, so I think that missile definitely hit him, because I feel like with the regen on board, he wouldn't have dropped that low unless he was really engaging his opponent. But now it is a tied game, 5v5 at 17 minutes. We have 4 dead players, and we're not even at 20 minutes yet. Lots of missiles running in from those spearheads, constantly keeping those players moving. And it looks like for Team 1, it's double base for Yoji and double base for Nomander. Team 2, it's double base for Hybrid and double base for Chaos Spy. So I think the same players in terms of locations died for each team. So one player died in the middle, one player died on a little bit west of that, and it looks like same position, just obviously mirrored, which is interesting. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but it probably is. We have some gunships going after Yoji's comm. ASF's inbound from Team 1 to try to deal with this. Yoji's like, please stop shooting me, please. ASFs are inbound. Oh, they just have to kill off one more gunship, but it doesn't matter because Yoji Control K is killing off a chunk of the ASFs. I don't know if it was just for one player or not, but a lot of ASFs are dead regardless. So Team 1's Yoji Control Case. We've had 2 purposeful Control Case to try to blow stuff up on the other side of the map, or for the other team. From Team 1, we had CO Force trying to kill off Thurnis. Then we had Yoji killing off ASFs. I don't know if that'll win one team or the other. And then we have Team 2's Chaos Spire being killed up by Arzeros. That's another kill for him. Everybody is dying all around the place, and I can't keep up. I'm talking about something else happens. We had 6 players dead before 20 minutes. It was 4 like a minute and a half ago. Everybody's just dropping like flies. And now it is a 4v4 game. Went from a 7v7 to a 4v4 in 20 minutes almost. Oh, no, who knows? Kareem's over here, and there's a lot of forces from Team 1 right there. He's got to be careful. He'll be the 9th player dead. He's not too careful. We do see Team 1's Rygeist is actually up here to the upper plateau, shooting down at his opponent. Nice use of verticality there. And we do see Ferv is commenting about the comm. Looks like he might be a target. You got a couple more seconds to survive before it's 20 minutes. And it's 20 minutes, and he did not die before it. So 3 players on each team have died. And there's a lot of dead players in the game before 20. And the game goes almost for an hour long, so definitely going to be leaning in towards that more longer range tech, just because a lot of APM has been sapped from the map. Kareem not looking too hot. He's at 3-star vet. He's almost at 4. He probably will get to 4. That'll probably actually keep him alive, to be honest. He's at nano regen as well, so he's at 88. He'll get up to 96, or it's 94. I think it's 96. And 94, so it is 6 hit points additional. There are some Percy's catching up to him. He has some Othams, and Ilshi's inbound to assist as well. He has some PDs shooting in from the north. It's going to be close, but it looks like he will get out of it. The Percy's have stopped moving. SACU is online. It's the annoying 400 hit points a second regen nonsense of the Cybrin kind, so that's going to tank some shots real quick. So it looks like he will be able to get out of there. And now we have Team 1's forces on the eastern side pushing. We have Nomander now pushing the entire western side just because he owns 4 bases now, which is a lot of mass, illustrated by the 600 mass per second that he currently has. We have a Zeros at 400, and then Hybrid, who's on double base, is at 500. What's ironic, though, is that Thurnus' base was transferred over to Hybrid and then retransferred over back to Thurnus, and then now it's back over to Hybrid. Just the same player because it's the same base. It's just, I guess, how it goes sometimes. Heavy shield started here for Zeros on the eastern side. He's probably going to keep pushing. I mean, he's doing very good work on the eastern side. 2 deaths, or 2 kills, I should say, have been awarded to him. I would assume, obviously, assisted by Nomander, at least in some degree. He's going to hide in the pond. Not a bad place to hide. Usually you would think they would hide closer to home, but it's not one of those places you would just immediately, oh, there's a player hiding there. Unless spy planes come over the top and think, there's units under there. I wonder what that could be. So, there's only a handful of them that can actually do that at this point. Unless he really wants to build a naval facility, build a couple of subs and just hide them down there to just say, ooh, I'm a sub, not a comm, send a nuke at me and waste it kind of thing. I highly doubt that'll happen, but who knows. Mex is being pointed out by Chaos Spire. He's still in the game saying, hey, build some upgrades. And with the lack of communication in chat, I would presume there's a decent amount, but most of it's just, hey, sending energy to places. That it's going to be a Discord call. I mean, again, 7 players to try to coordinate. You might want to have a Discord call, just to be honest, just to try to coordinate all of it. Because trying to text 7 players is too much to read. The feed will go by super quick, and then you're just like, what was said like 5 seconds ago? I missed like 8 things. We do see the chicken is inbound from Team 2's Kareem. He's going to loop around. We do see, who's that? Thurnus says push, push, push with the chicken. We do see also he's up on the upper plateau as well. Team 2's Kareem pushing in that way. So he's on triple base. Hybrid is on double base. And looks like the action on the western side is died down significantly once the death of Ferv was confirmed and all of that initial firepower engagement was over with. There is a Fat Boy and an Omni over there, so lots of intelligence for Team 1 on that front. This could be an Omni soon rather than later. That would be a well-placed Omni in the middle of the map. We even have Chaos Spire pointing out he's just got to push. We have 2 comms in that northeastern pond now, both Azuros and Nomander. That chicken realistically is moving unopposed. We have a couple of sniper bots, a couple of harbingers, so there's a little bit of firepower in that, but not really a whole lot, to be honest. And we have 3 T3 air headquarters, T3 transports in the Continental kind. We have Cybern Tech and Seraphim Tech. All he needs is Aeon Tech, and he can build all 4 ASFs, because why not have all 4 ASFs? Or have all 3 T3 gunships. Could have that as well. Or all the gunships. Might as well. Chicken is pushing in. Harbingers, again, focusing that chicken. There are a couple of Percys to help thin out the ranks. At least in terms of the T3 variety. That should be their focus. But looks like they're shooting at a couple of other units. We have more Harbingers inbound. And again, the comms, looks like one of them is going to get picked up. Nomad is going to say, okay, you're going to go home now, see you bye. There he goes. Picks the best transport and says, no, I'm just going to go home. Just in case something crazy happens, which, again, in 7v7 games usually happens, to be fair. Fat Boy starting to push in on the southern side. Lots of Spearheads and Percys, and a decent amount of Parashields as well. Nice mix of units there. I would like to see maybe a Titan or 2, just to kind of offset the rapid-fire nature of dealing with all this T1s, some T2 spam. Actually, it's probably mainly T2 spam. No, T1s? I thought that was a T1. I guess that's a skyboxing. Anyway, point being, it's nice to just have a rapid-fire gun in there just to help thin out the crowd of cannon fodder. The chicken is still alive, almost on 2-star vet. We have a T2 PD, a couple of them built. Facilities are slowly being wiped out. Lots of asylums. Looks like the main goal is just protect the not even the headquarters, protect the facility. The PD are being focused. That's definitely a smart way. I don't know if they're trying to block. Looks like they are just straight up trying to block the shots from the chicken with the asylums. I mean, it's an offensive way to use a defensive unit, so hey, more power to them. T3 being built on board Dorsets. Come maybe Billy Nuke. He's in the center of the map. It could be a good opportunity for that. Fat Boy is now pushing their western front eastward. Transport shot down whenever that happened. And a couple of T2 Maxes are probably going to get wiped out. There are some Percys here. Fat Boy has to be careful not to push too far forward. Those Percys will rip him a new one incredibly quickly. Just amazingly quickly. Oh, transport. Picks up, hey, a little bit of transferred over from some assistance from Nomander. Love to see that. He's like, hey, I used it to pick up my comm. I'll give it to you. You can move your comm somewhere. Nomander didn't go all the way back to base. Looks like maybe he dropped himself off and said, hey, just to get you out of there, just in case. It's a nice, thoughtful gift. So nice teamwork there from those two 2000s on Team 1. Well, actually, technically 2 of the 3 because Yoji is another 2000. Hey, the wall is being deconstructed for reclaim. Love it. It's not a lot of mass, but yeah, it's something. It's a little bit of mass, better than nothing. GC is online. Looks like that will stop the chicken. And Team 2's Kareem's like, yeah, it's not worth sending the chicken in just to face the GC to die. I'm going to group him up with the other chicken, and then maybe we'll push those 2 chickens together. It is a very smart play. Again, one of the things I have noticed from the higher echelon of players is that if they can't win the fight, they just pull back. They're like, no, it's not worth it anymore. Not going to do it. Even if I could kill a decent amount of units off, if I can't win the fight, win the reclaim more specifically, or kill whatever's there entirely, it's not worth it. Just fall back. And now look, he's pushing them together. Nice moves by Team 2. Again, there's a couple of stuff up here. Not a lot, honestly, from Rye Guys. Good opportunity to just shoot at with some artillery. He has one placement here, and looks like it's focused going that away for whatever it's shooting at. I don't know if it's just averse to shooting at whatever is over there, but there are some SACUs running on. That was a missile. Looked like that did a lot of damage. Yeah, it was definitely a regular missile. Yep, a nice little Aloha just hit that SACU quite nicely. Lots of pinpoint accuracy from the missiles from Team 1. We do see a couple of Janus running around. Nathas is... Ooh, Janus and Nathas. Are we going to have some Corsairs mixed in there from Team 1? I don't see any Corsairs yet. We saw some Corsairs earlier, so we have seen all 3 fighter bombers, and the Aeons don't have those because they have Mercies. And we do see a couple of Janus moving in. Gonna drop a payload for whatever reason, because bombers like to do that from time to time. SACUs are starting to puncture the shielding a little bit. They do have AoE weapons, which is very nice. We're dealing with groups of units. There are some Percys here. Not enough to really deal with this threat. And they are EMP capable, and yes, they can EMP T3 units, unlike the Loyalists. So they have a very nice weapon set on board. Janus are starting to bake those SACUs in holy hellfire. We'll see how long they can stand the heat. We do see some Ilshis moving in from Kareem, and nice little Optim to guide them to their location. Percys are pretty much one-tapping these Ilshis, though, so... not really great. I say pretty much. They're not one-tapping them, but pretty darn close to one-tapping them. It looks like they kind of split off, going after both bases at the same time. That upper... it's not looking good over there for Team 1 over there. Team 2 and them really expanding out over on this upper plateau section. Anything crazy happening in the main bases for Team 2 on the main elevation? Well, UEF does UEF things. So there's Saizalwan. We have a huge air grid. Definitely a lack of shielding there. And I wouldn't be surprised if that comes back to bite him for whatever reason. And no nukes, no artillery yet. It is almost 30. There is a decent strat bomber presence, though. That is to be considered. 2 Fat Boys down here. Team 1 has 1 Fat Boy. And I don't know. We'll see how long they engage one another. Team 1 is aware of the Novax, because for mixed to common at 60%. We do have a little pond here that Rye Guys is hiding in currently. We have SMD being built. Huge power grid farm there. Looks like some spy planes from Team 2 to get a readout on what Team 1's up to. Okay. Well, that's a plan to end the game for sure. That's a lot of shielding that he's already prepped. Love that. And again, he's using the edge of the map to try to annoy some artillery shots, I would presume. I will want to note one thing. There's no SMD there. Definitely needs that. 2, he has an SMD. It's not shielded. So, yeah, I might want to add an SMD. I mean, even if it's just like right here, just put it, you know, a little bit away from the YOLO so it's not entirely shot at all the time by artillery, but just close enough to where it's effective, but actually there. Because what happens if that blows up and that blows up and that one can't cover it and a nuke launches from this eastern side from Team 2? That will blow that up immediately. So just food for thought there. Again, it's only 30 minutes in, so there's a lot of time to build other stuff. It's not even started yet for the YOLO, so there's lots of room for adjustments to plans, but that's just my 2 cents there, of course. Tac Nuke started for Team 1's Dorset. Sorry, Billy Nuke started for Team 1's Dorset, and Billy Nuke started for Team 2's Size Alwyn. They're on the same kind of wavelength there. We do see T3 started from Moy, maybe another Billy Nuke, so a couple of Billy Nukes. And we have Team 2 still charging in. Those annoying SACUs are realistically what's causing all the annoyance for Team 1. Team 1 PD, look at this. T1 PD, close range. Granted, some of the T2 PD is EMP'd. Just cannot carve away the hit points fast enough. Now they're EMP'd, now they're dead anyways. Eastern side, 1 Fat Boy, 2 chickens, 3 GCs, but a decent amount of Percy's. So, kind of evens out. But yeah, that's a good idea. Just send both chickens in. It will stop the entirety of this push. The Fat Boy will get out of range. Still firing on the 2 GCs, because that one is going to die. That's why I say 2. That Ion Storm will activate soon. Oh, that GC does survive. And a couple of Strap Bombers say, absolutely not. You're not going to survive that. I think the Ion Storm honestly would have killed it, so it was kind of not necessary. But, you know, it's kill secure, right? Not kill steal. And GC is going to continue charging. It's already heavily damaged, to be honest. Yeah, I don't. There's a second one. Yeah, there's definitely no way it was going to catch up to that first one with 2 Fat Boys shooting at him. So he's going to try to get as far north as he can and hope that Team 1 can get the reclaim. Team 1 already has, specifically has those facilities being built now to build that reclaim. Team 2 already has a presence, though, and with the Fat Boys, they can easily secure that reclaim. So that's going to Team 2 just straight up. Granted, in Team 1's defense, they only lost 1 GC. Team 2 lost 2 chickens, so more reclaim technically is on the map for Team 2. I don't know why those 2 numbers aren't combining there, but that's 50+ thousand. I mean, that's a quarter of big ticket items in this game. Or big ticket items in this game, I should say. So definitely worth going after. Ooh, we have the Telebilly is started for Team 2. Did somebody die? Who died? Oh, you died. Okay. Well, make the noise different. My guess is YOLO, says Bahan. I mean, that's a good guess. That's a lot of engineers. Wow, that's a lot of engineers. Jeez. Has a couple of P-gens. I don't like that the P-gens are here. But to be fair, ooh, yeah, definitely lacking some shielding there. I don't know why there's not shielding there. It would cover most of it. Again, it's the same problem that we see with Team 2's air grid, is because it's so big in terms of like square rectangle shape. It's hard to get total coverage of the grid with shielding. There is a nuke online, half loaded, but there is a nuke. Billy Nuke has landed on top of those forces. Kareem has built a chicken on that upper plateau. And Team 1 has lost... Oh, they almost lost that SMD. And that one did get shielded as well. That one is loaded. That one is going to be loaded. And YOLO is already at 25% in climbing. Actually, it's already at 33% in climbing. And Team 2 is definitely aware of that with the... You know, obviously the Novax is there. Explosion happened. Another Billy Nuke lands, wipes out pretty much the entirety of the assisting forces for that chicken. We do see... Yeah, there's a soothsayer there, so that's a lot of vision for Team 1 in the middle. Oh, it's not online. It's not powered. Why isn't... Hold on. Why isn't... Oh, because he's lacking power. Why? It should be powered. What's going on? There it goes. His power's starting to be fixed. Left drone is... Oh, Blee is watching the game. Well, he's an observer. Why didn't I see that earlier? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Just give mass to Hybrid Azuros for YOLO. And then Fat Boys again have secured the reclaim. There are 3 GCs now for Team 1. Looks like another chicken's now off the assembly line. Looks like there's an SMD going to be built there. SMD is going to be built everywhere. The sooner the better for the SMDs. 1,000%. We already have one there and there. Love the mass fab assistance. Usually it's the P-gens, but making it only 3 mass a second for building that SMD, very, very efficient. Granted, it's very explosive, very volatile. You kill off one of those mass fabs and everything goes up. But hey, cuts down the the mass constraints, and that's really the main constraint, again, in this game is mainly mass. Yeah, power does play a role every now and again, but it's mainly like I can't spend enough mass, or I have not enough mass to spend. It's usually one of the other things. YOLO is over 50% in climbing, and Team 2 has barely made a dent in the shielding, but to be fair, they're using the satellite for probably one of its best uses in the game, going after T3 mexes that are not shielded. One of the best uses in the game. That and power grids and that, like obviously killing off other stuff, but when it's talking about single targets like this, where it's 27 mass times 3 times 4 times 8 times 12, that really reduces that team or that player's eco. It really hurts after a while. And then if they want to protect those mexes, they have to send engineers out and get shielding and maybe rebuild the mexes, and you can just probably deny that depending on how focused you are on the satellite. It's a whole thing. So it really can help kind of even the odds, at least in the mass department. We have 1 Fat Boy versus 3, and, well, 3 is bigger than 1, and 3 won that fight. So that's not looking good for Team 1 on this front. 35 minutes on the clock. Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't, because why not at this point, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I will know we haven't had a death yet since pretty much the 20-minute mark. So we'll see how many more players die before the end of the game. But again, currently it is a 4v4 with Team 1 and Team 2 pretty much tied for mass per second at about 2.2k. Total mass recruits slightly in Team 1's favor. It's partly because they were kind of winning the mass game a little bit. Team 2 barely is ahead on the reclaim related, barely being not even 10,000 mass. So Team 2 is, again, catching up and killing off more mass as we speak. Another Billy Nuke is going to land, kills off, the remaining forces nearby, singes the backs of those chickens. Dorset is here. Looking good. They're focusing the chicken that has more hit points. That's not great. Dorset needs to get out of there. He will probably die here. Billy Nuke is going to probably fire, and then he's going to leave. And does he? He hasn't fired yet. Oh, no. Still, it says he's... Oh, there it goes. No? Maybe he canceled it. Maybe it was causing an issue or something. But that chicken is almost dead. Couple more shots, but he gets some veterancy, so no, he's not dead. There's the Billy Nuke. It might actually land too late. He has an SMD back there that's trying to be loaded to try to help protect against the nuke from Team 2. Does not kill off this chicken. Chicken will die from the PD, though. There's that, but this one is more than healthy to try to storm after Dorset's comm. That's going to be a little bit of a chicken run there from Team 2. Looks like some gunships wiping that out. To the west, we have another Billy Nuke landing on Team 1's units. Oh, SACU's got hit severely. That one's dead. Nuke is inbound from Team 2. Sorry, inbound from Team 1. The YOLO is done. I repeat, oh my goodness, look at that. Look at the absolute engineer fest. I think it's more engineer than anything else at this point. Team 1 PD is there. T2 PD is there to protect against any sort of teleporting, annoying comms. There's only one Cybran on each team, so it'd only be one player. And I think no, that player's still alive. It's hybrid for Team 2. ASFs are inbound to make way for the gunships. Not a lot of AA for Team 1, so those gunships might make it through. This base is gonna just be ignored, I guess. I think they're in favor of that. And then Team 1's Dorset's killed up by Kareem's, just charging through chicken. It's Alien number 5 is what that chicken is named. Team 1 is not looking good. Where'd that YOLO go? Looked like he got shot down. Strap bombers coming in as well. So we have gunships immediately, and then we'll have some bombers after that. And we have ASFs engaging. There is some more AA being built now by Rye guys to help assist us. Now at 4v3 in favor for Team 2. And all the ASFs are dead. There's a lot of power here. The shielding is pretty much down. Oh, there goes the E-storages, and then there goes the rest of the P-gens there. That's going to really cut into Nomander's power. He's still at, dang, plus 50,000. That's a lot of power. That's just way more power than anybody needs, honestly. Chicken is down, but the strap bombers are inbound. Are they going to go for the SMD? Probably, mostly probably. Oh, no, they turn away. Looks like they maybe were going for that, but looks like they maybe want to get away from the AA. YOLO has fired once again. Just an absolute monstrosity amount of engineers that is. Look at that. Look at all those engineers. That's insane. Building more shields all the time. That's just, oh my goodness. Usually there's the problem of you don't have enough engineers. I think in his case, he might have too many engineers. Strat bombers are inbound. They're targeting this SMD. SMD. Oh, we needed one. Oh, it got it anyways. There was one more bomber that came in and said, nope, nope, that's blown up now. But it looks like the air grid is somewhat unprotected. There's a lot of AA being built. SMD, like I said, is down. That's where that backup one would kind of be handy right about now. It looks like Team 1's only protection. This is a lonely little SMD with not even full HP. And the nuke is inbound once again from Team 1. And the question is, where is it going? SMDs. Oh, what? Oh, I thought it was a weird icon, but never mind. A bunch of SMDs are being loaded as we speak. We have 1, 2, 3 there. Looks like even some assistance from Hybrid to help load that one. And we have 2 more there, 2 more there. 2 more. What was that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Everything pretty much is focused on those SMDs. And we have more over here. And another nuke is inbound from Team 1. He's going to fire those as fast as he can. Eco-wise, Team 2 is in the lead, so theoretically they could outproduce SMDs more than Team 1. Another nuke is inbound, this time from Team 2. Where is it going? It's going to try to deplete this SMD. It only has 2 loaded. Doesn't have a lot loaded there. Another ACU died somewhere, I would imagine. And Team 1, again, is not looking great. Some of that air grid is being cut away by that satellite. Where's that other SMD? Oh, it's right there. Oh, he did build one. Okay, never mind. Okay, I was like, where is it? He's got to build a backup one somewhere. He did build one. And right where I thought he should build it. Look at that. It's upgrading some T2 to T3 shielding. P-Gen's going to blow up. That's not going to be good. All of his... How many engineers do you have over there? Okay, like 1 I grabbed. 200 and plus. Why? So many engineers. We have teleporter started for Mui. We have attacks on the western side. Team 2 is pushing that way. Eastern side, the action kind of died down significantly again because they turned towards the, well, again, the back line and said we need SMDs immediately. And we need them loaded immediately. And that nuke is, it's probably just, yep, going to go to the same place. Now he has, look at that, just prime, just spam loading and firing SMDs and nukes. 2 is loaded there. 1 is loaded. I don't think he's going to crack it. I really don't, because there's so many engineers posted on every single SMD that they're loading incredibly quickly. How is the eco, though? The power's still active, active, and active. Yeah, that's the main thing to be concerned about, because if you lose power, then it's really hard to load SMDs. You have to strike at the power, and then you can just wipe all that stuff out. But he may get lucky and start wiping out multiple SMD missiles with 1 nuke. When I say multiple, I mean like 3, like that one. 4, says Dorset. 3. Oh, 4 if you count that one. I don't count that one because it's way back there. Kareem's pulling his comeback just in case it goes after this position. Look at this. SMD, 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 SMD. Just there's so many of them. He has, specifically Hybrid, has 7 of them himself. And there's more SMDs being built and loaded there. Jeez. That's a lot. Satellites going after more power, it looks like. Transports dropping off. Engineers to probably scoop up reclaim. There's probably so much reclaim over there from all the dead ASFs. And there's a lot of reclaim on the map. There's about 300,000 of it on the map. 41 minutes on the clock. 2 satellites are now online. Oh, nice little pincer maneuver there from the missiles. SMD, actually, sorry, not SMD. Nuke is loaded. It's going north. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's a lot of artillery. He doesn't have an SMD. Oh, that's going to hurt. Looks like he's maybe noticed it, but all the artillery is going to die. It's a lot. It's dead. I'm surprised that the satellites aren't trying to focus this SMD at least. Because that's the more direct threat for that nuke. There's more SMDs being built just in case. Lovely planning there. And Nomander is in the mix of all that. Another nuke is going to be fired here shortly. Strap bombers coming in to assist. Missiles are launching because why not? And here comes the nuke. It's going to be a kaboom for sure. Kaboom! Everything but one engineer and one AA. Everything else is dead. Just, that's a lot of dead stuff. 135,000. I think that's with the second nuke as well. That was definitely not worth 135,000. So I feel like that nuke killed... Oh, maybe. There's no way that was worth 135,000, was it? I mean, I guess there always is the possibility, but I just don't think that'd be... I don't know. Strap bombers are inbound. Soon, Fat Boys are pushing west with the AAs being knocked out. They are going to follow in the wake of the Fat Boys team. That is a big problem right now. Look at how far forward that is. It is not looking good. Team 1 has been launching nuke after nuke after nuke after nuke at the main base. This is a bigger problem right now. And that might be the end of it. Not maybe be the end of it. Might soon be the end of it, maybe. And just constantly sending nukes in. And Team 2, like I said, has done a very good job of just constantly loading SMDs. And then most of them are now depleted, to be honest. But, I mean, there's still a couple of them. Oh, it went a little bit short. He's trying to slowly erode. That might work for Team 1. He just has to fire it a little bit shorter, and then he probably would have had it. And Fat Boy's here. Chicken is here. Another Fat Boy is almost done. That'll help a little bit. Titans are inbound for their fast-moving nonsense. That did nothing, says Azuros. What? Who's talking about? What did nothing? Oh, I was talking about. Fat Boys are inbound. T2 artillery is being built now, but it's too late. Artillery is already through the shielding on that one. One more shot. Two more shots, excuse me. There are some parachutes coming in. The chicken's getting hit hard. 4 P-gens killed, says Bahan. Oh, that nuke got shot down as well. I've been waiting for that first YOLO to actually land. And P-gens again. Everything on the power grid is being hit. Trying to starve the power for that shielding. Nomander was at plus 50,000, and now he's at nothing. Again, probably granted, when he had the extra power, probably the YOLO was already loaded, to be fair. So if we see now that it's already loaded, yeah, 25, yeah, that makes way more sense. I was like, there's no way he just has plus 50,000 while he's loading. Second, Fat Boy is down. A third one needs to get out of range or it will die. Most of the Titans have been dealt with. There's still a couple of them remaining. That one's dead. And looks like the Iron Storm is not within range anymore. Strap bombers are inbound. Okay, this is going to be it. And ASS will kill at least the initial units off. There are a decent amount of Redeemers here. And let's see, lots of flak as well. Oh, I don't think it's going to matter. That's a lot of dead strats already. Oh, it kills off maybe a couple of engineers. This is the crash damage. And a shield generator at that, but that's it. Kills off another shield generator technically because it kills off at least a couple of shielding. But that's a lot of mass now that he can just use to fund the nukes. Oh, I can't even see the number now because of the way that I did things. But it's a lot. It's still a lot of mass. Yeah, look at that. It's say 1,000 per strat, and there's probably, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30, maybe 30 maybe. We do see the teleport of one of the 2 UEFs from Team 2. I would assume it's Mui because he built the teleporter later, but we could see. Yep, it's Mui. Where's Saizawan's combat? Oh, no, that's not him. No, Saizawan is there. What? Oh, he is already. Oh, duh. Not even paying attention. Mori is teleporting in now. That's why it didn't make sense. Boom Nuke's going to land. It's going to hit the shielding. It's not going to just take it off. Oh, it does take it offline. I was surprised by that. It'll be fine. And then Team 1 loses that SMD, which means the nuke is landed. And kaboom. Nuke still firing from Team 1. Another Billy Nuke is inbound. It's probably going to wipe out another shield capacity at least. The engineers are exposed. Now the YOLO is outbound. Both comms are like, get me out of here. Now imagine if the YOLO fired on the pond. Imagine. Nope. Could you imagine, though? Fires right here and blows up everything. And the 2 that'd be amazing. Absolutely amazing. But nope. Nope, that's not going to happen. He's going to get out of there, it looks like, right at the same time. And boop. And boop. They're both gone. And, oh, the YOLO did land. Kaboom! And it killed off some stuff. Some SMDs are now loaded now. They're now loaded now. They are now loaded. Oh, there's an artillery installation from Team 1. That's helping out a decent amount as well. Where's that at? Oh. No? That's a bunch of P-Gen. Oh, it's over here. He's like, let's pitch of P-Gens and mass fabs. Gunships, strap bombers, everything came in to say hi. And ASFs from Team 1's Nomander is cleaning up the rest of it. There is a chicken shooting downward. And it's alien number 2. Did you rechange that? Is that the same? I don't think that's the same one. I thought it was Alien 5 was his name. Another YOLO is up. That artillery is starting to help a little bit. Because now, not only does Team 2 have to deal with shielding, they also have to deal with loading SMDs. So it's kind of a mixed combo there. Another nuke is going to fire before it gets blown up. Nice grab there. I don't know if that was... That has to be Team 1's. Yeah, well, that's Team 1's. You can see the Seraphim 1. And I've never seen a nuke hit one another in the air. That'd always be an interesting thing to watch it just randomly happen. It's not going to happen, but just watch. Another satellite is online for Team 2, and another one, and another one. Oh, my goodness. They're doing the satellite spam now. We have almost 4, and we have 3 here. And 1 and 2. So those nukes are not going to get through. Looks like he got maybe 1 good nuke in, and that's about it. GC inbound for that Novax, but that Fat Boy. If Team 1 can keep the shield grid / power grid online, that might be enough. And then Team 1 loses the artillery. Azuros, he doesn't have anything to fight back with at this point. Looks like he lost his SMD within that kerfuffle. Now it's just the focus on that northwestern corner. It's Azuros, right, guys, and Nomander versus Hybrid, Kareem, Moi, and Saison. And just based off the stuff that's left, Team 2 just by the numbers wins it. You have, what, 6 satellites in the air. You have 3 chickens shooting downward, killing off everything it's within range. You have this entire western side that's being cannibalized by Team 2. You have tons of engineers and SMDs loading constantly. Oh, he wasted another one. He wasted another SMD. And the more that happens, the better it is for Team 1. But there's still so many loaded. So many loaded. I don't know if he'll crack it. I love watching just stuff get blown up by nukes. It's very satisfying. But you also wish for the guys like, okay, you just keep building, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Oh, no. They found Moi. Oh, no. Oh, that's got to hurt. Goodbye. Team 2 loses Moi to Nomander's YOLO. That's what I thought he should have done over here, because he probably knew where they were, to be honest. That's funny. He just found him and went, you're going to die now. And, of course, these five satellites get reset. So it takes him a couple of minutes or so to get back over there. Get a little bit more respite, a little bit more time to get more shielding online. Or assist shielding. And YOLO does land just short of the main base. Those SMDs are probably going to die here at some point. Pew, 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 pew. I don't think they're doing any pew-pew anymore. Chicken is down. There goes one SMD. There goes another SMD. So that's 2 more SMDs wiped off the map. Looks like some circling going down. He has 5 SMD missiles loaded in that one silo. And he has 2 there. He has another 4 there. What is the range on that? Jeez. Okay, so it doesn't cover the whole thing, but it's about a little under half. Dang. No SMDs, says Saison. Well, yes, there's no SMD there. There is an SMD back there. You could probably edge nuke it and maybe wipe out maybe that couple of P-Gens right there where my cursor is. You wouldn't be able to crack the majority of it with the nuke, but you'd be able to maybe crack the shielding a little bit, but you wouldn't be able to destroy everything. That P-Gen is going to be fine. Nope, it's not fine. There goes that PGen. How is your power? No matter. Your mass is just not looking good. I can kind of tell the nukes are starting to slow down a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Nuke is inbound. But Team 2, I mean, it's 700 mass to 2.5. They have way more than enough mass to be able to just load multiple SMDs at a time. Another nuke is inbound this way. SMD is loaded. SMD is loaded. SMD is loaded. SMD is loaded. I mean, we're talking about, that's what, 12? Actually, that's more. That's 8, 11, 15. That's
strategic launch
at least 7, but you figure by the time 7 of those fire, at least maybe a couple more missiles will be loaded. So maybe we're talking about maybe 10 YOLOs just by those amount being wiped, being nullified. That's a lot. 10 YOLOs is a lot of firepower. 5 SMDs here, so that's going to be, yeah, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make a difference. They aren't being assisted severely as the ones over here are, to be fair, but some of them are. I mean, now that one's at 5. That one's almost at 5. That one's halfway to 4. That one's almost at 2. That one just fired 1. So it's really not going to matter. It's going to probably just be a war of attrition at this point for Team 2, not for Team 1. Team 2, all they have to do is just keep doing what they're doing and assault on land. But to be fair, some of their experimentals are unable to traverse the same part of the map. You have, 6 chickens up here that can't get to this lower section or any section, but this is just going to be a clean wipe. Team 1 has ASFs to protect against any air assaults, but ground assaults, good luck. Right guy says rude. What do you mean he says rude? And try too long to go for his base instead of walking it in and killing front base. Rude. I have no idea what that's about. 52 minutes on the clock and climbing. And there's 5 fat boys. Yeah, there's a couple of fighter bombers inbound, some Corsairs or Nathas in this case, but if he blows up the threat with the nuke, that could. Where are you going with that, comm? He was going to send it right in the mix. I was like, what are you doing? That's what it looked like for a second. I mean, if he sends a YOLO in right about here, yeah, he'll kill off a couple of friendly SMD. I love this. This is so... I want to come play down there. Like, no. Strats through here says... what's that? That was probably Chaos. Shielding is starting to collapse a little bit. You can see it in this middle section. It's kind of thinning out. Not looking good. 53 minutes on the clock. The comm is going for it. The comm is going for it. Oh, he's going to get blown up by the AA. Oh, there he goes. No. Oh, there he goes. Azuros is defeated by Kareem's AA, protecting those fat boys. It did some damage to the shielding, but... sorry, the hit points, but that's about my spearhead. No. Yeah, there's just no hope at this point for Team 1. They have to get super lucky, and even if they get super lucky, I can't load my YOLO. Oh, because defense is to stall. Oh, no. Oh, is it glitched? No, that's not glitched. Okay. He's probably saying he can't load fast enough is probably what he's getting at. It's because you nuked me. Yeah, because the defense is to stall with. And there goes another Billy nuke impacting the shielding, just helping thin out the capacity a little bit. The nuke is inbound for the everything, and it's going to kill off, I think, all the fat boys. But the YOLO is 1,000% dead. And there's 1, there's 2, 3. The world map is going to prevent him from going further out of range. Kills off 3. And there goes another explosion. Looks like that's a regular nuke. No, from the one down in hybrid space. Rye Guys is still here. Strat bombers are inbound. Now between the strats and the satellites, that's going to be enough. Another one inbound. He's going to land it short. It might hit the it probably still will hit the chickens. Strat bombers are going to be able to drop their payload because they're pretty much already at their targets. Shielding is collapsing. There it... No. Oh. There it is. And there goes the comm of Nomander. He is gone by a nice little explosion from a Yolana Os. And let's see if that YOLO actually would have killed off the chickens. No, it's out of range. It won't matter. You know, I'll stop the UEF 2v4 or something. We had a Scathis inbound, YOLO targeting issues. Yeah. It should have probably wiped out everything else first. Everything else is gone. Right, guys, is are they just gonna ground fire him? They are just gonna straight up ground fire him. Look at that. He's gonna just say, nope, I'm getting out of there. Bye-bye. And there goes the game. Team 2 wins it. 56 minutes, almost on the dot. Look at that. 56:04. And there's a decent at the super very end, but nah, it doesn't matter at that point. That is the game here, folks. Team 2 wins it. I don't really know who the MVP is. I mean, the Eastern, and honestly, it was the land situation that definitely helped Team 2 win. I mean, pushed in significantly on the Western side. Didn't really crack anything over here to the north, to be honest, but it did kill off a lot of eco. And then the Eastern side came in, distracted the YOLO. The strats came in and kind of thinned things out. And again, it was a mixture of either the strats were going to get it or the land units are going to get it. Either way, it would have worked. But I do think the just destruction of all of the mass around Team 1, you know, the YOLO was firing not as fast. They had to constantly deal with other threats and not focus on the one thing they wanted to focus on. And then Team 2 just huddled together and went, oh, just build a bunch of SMDs. There were so many SMDs built. We had 8 there. And then, of course, he has different ones because he got bases over to him. We have 3 there, so 11. Obviously, these are not all of them that were built. And then we had 7. So 18 plus an additional... Shoot. There it is. I was looking for his name for a second. Plus an additional 4. Because I think one of those died. So technically 5 or 4. We'll just count the ones off the left. 22 SMDs. So just assuming at least there's 2 missiles loaded. Because some SMDs had 0. Some had 7. Or almost 7. So if you kind of just roughly make it 2, that's 44 SMDs. If they're all concentrated in the same spot, SMD missiles, that's 22 YOLOs. You were probably upwards about maybe 30 missiles. Could have been, you said nope to. That's a lot of mass in YOLO missiles. So lots of SMDs. So I'll just say the collective remainder, including Mori, of Team 2, definitely gets MVP. They came together and went, we're just going to build SMDs and just say no to your YOLO and call it a day. And Team 1 didn't pivot. He just kept pumping out YOLO after YOLO after YOLO. And it was starting to get through some defenses, but the west side was falling, the eastern side was falling. Like everything was just cracking all around them, and it just was not, they didn't have an answer to, oh, what if Team 2 counters us with SMDs? They just didn't have an answer to that, and it didn't end up working for Team 1. But sometimes, you try something, it doesn't work, and sometimes your opponent's just a little bit faster on their feet, and maybe the thing that you were going to use just gets noped, and that's kind of what happened. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, technically, I did say that the poll on the channel would end roughly yesterday or so, but not that I forgot, but I was like, oh, shoot, that's right. Wednesday is Viewer Wednesday. So I wasn't going to skip over that for the 2.5K sub cast. So tomorrow it's going to be that. So while you're watching this today, you still have time, depending on what time of the day you watch this, to cast your vote. So do cast your vote. I really do appreciate all the participation. It's over 100 votes. So let's see if we can't get it to like 130, 140, maybe 150. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Sorry for rambling at the very end. And I will see all of you in the next one.